Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel, and as promised today I wanted to do an unbagging of Fury at Midway, published by Revolution Games, designer Yasushi Nakaguru and developer Roger Miller. Another Revolution Games production. This game originally was published in Japanese by Bonsai Games as Midway Turning the Tide in the Pacific. Revolution Games took on the game and have made some adaptations, improvements I would say, and this is what we now have. It's been out for a little while, but it's a game I've been looking at. I've got a number of Revolution Games titles, and this one particularly being a Pacific based air combat type game using carriers really appealed to me. So let's just sort of flip over and have a look. You can just see some of the package there, the map, oh, there are maps, should I say, and the cards. But let's open up and have a look and see what we've got. So as with all these bag titles, you have the front cover, lovely artwork, and on the reverse, this is actually part of the game. So you've got trackers like the record, turn record track, how to understand the cards and the counters, what they represent, and you've got air operation points there. So again, really useful, very clear, very concise graphics from that point of view. You've then got the rules, not a big rules booklet, total of 12 pages. Hopefully you can see that okay there. There's a bit of shade at this late time of the day in the UK. The rules themselves, you've got an example of play at the back there, so you're probably talking about 10 pages in real terms, and it's not in full colour, it's in black and white, but as I often find with these Revolution games, they're very easy to follow, clear, concise, and I'm sure after a game or so probably won't be looking at this very much anyway, from that point of view. We then got some counters, again not huge numbers, thickness wise, yeah, okay, they're not they're certainly not the thickest, they're not your kind of Blue Panther type Hollandspiel, White Dog Games counters, but they're perfectly functional. Nice artwork of the planes, as you can see there, and ships and things. So, you know, the information is very nicely positioned around the counters. You can see it very clearly. They do have reverse parts as well, just so you can kind of see that. But as you can tell from that, it's a very low counter density game. We've got some more counters here, just a few extra ones. Got a nice B17 on there, very exciting, I like that. And then you got some other bits. If I just flip that a bit further away, so you got some B26s on there as well, as your normal naval kind of aircraft. So that's the counters. I'll come back to the cards in a moment. Now, interestingly, I think this was one of the updates. You've got a US Navy map and an Imperial Japanese Navy map. So this allows for a little bit more hidden operations. So as the Imperial Japanese Navy, you've got Midway down here. You've got your sea area, and then you've got your carriers, the 4 key carriers that took part in the battle there. And as the US player, again, you've got very similar kind of setup. Again, you've got Midway here, you've got garrison track, you've got Midway base, and then you've got 3 carriers critical to the battle there as well. So it's really nicely produced, simple maps. But what I'm really looking forward to doing is seeing how these two interact when the game takes place, in terms of the fighters and torpedo bombers and bombers, etc., coming up off the carriers going out to the various parts of the table. Within the game, you've also got some cards. Again, small deck. Not too many in there, I would say. But what you can see, again, they're really straightforward. Again, some nice little period photographs in there. Little things that can be done. Reconnaissance, naval bombardments, submarines, air replacements, damage control, could be very important. Elite pilots, and so forth and so forth. So there's some nice extras in there, just to add some chrome and flavour to the game. But that's the package. Looks a really nice production. Looks very interesting, very different. I think this is very much going to be about managing your aircraft and your carriers, air operations, when to strike, with what planes, when, where, and how you defend your own fleet and the island of Midway, so for the Americans, in the invasion fleet for the Japanese. But that's Theory at Midway from Revolution Games. Hope to bring you some more information on this one once I've given it a game. But I hope you've enjoyed this short video, and see you again soon.